Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, where last episode we implemented our new high-speed trains. Now the only problem with these new high-speed trains is they don't really serve much of a purpose at the moment. There might be one or two people that may use it, but ultimately, the high-speed trains come all the way over to Rockhampton City, which is on the east coast, or the northeastern coast of Australia, where it's eventually going to connect up all the towns from Grafton all the way up to Bamagat. Now, that is a long way to go. That is one hell of a commuter line I'm going to have to create, and I've possibly left the last commuter line to the end, which is probably the most difficult. Yeah, I've left the worst to last. Look at the terrain I'm going to have to now navigate. Oh my goodness me, how am I going to do it around here? Especially here. That's going to be interesting. But it's all part of the challenge. I'm excited for it, and that's what we're going to hopefully be setting up in today's episode. If you are enjoying the series so far, boys, then make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new, so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, we transformed a lot of the line. We implemented a brand new high-speed train line, which does kind of pop out. Where does it pop out right now? It pops out just here coming down, which is now kept completely separate from all of our kind of cargo lines, which now allow them to move with a lot more ease because there's now less trains on the main line. I'm still surprised that I managed to get that connection underneath. I don't know how I did it, but I did it, boys. I did it. So, basically what's happening is we've got 3 lines coming from Rockhampton City Central over here in Rockhampton City that go to Catherine, Mildura and Perth. All 3 of them are high-speed train hubs. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, baby. But the problem is, there's not really anybody over here that can do anything. So what we got to do is we've got to make Rockhampton City the main hub on this side, like we do in Mildura, Catherine and Perth, and bring all these towns with a commuter line to Rockhampton City, where they then change to go on the high-speed train to then skedaddle out of here to wherever they want to go. Now, we have the train line set up. We've got and reserved this platform here for the high-speed trains. This one here is for the commuter trains, which we are going to have to slightly adjust it to also add in cargo, which is going to be fun. And then I think what we'll do, we'll start easy by sending it in this direction. So what I'll do, and this is going to be interesting right now, we will try and implement our train stations down. Now, the topography is crazy. I can't express how crazy it actually is right now. So what will be the best bet for us with this? We've also got to go into Brisbane, which again, no idea where I'm going to implement the train line. Actually, we could do something pretty sweet and easy here. Okay, right. I think I'm going to start in Brisbane. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the terraining right now. Increase the strength from the brush size. And we'll go for the flatten tool. So if I flatten this area here to the height of the road, we're going to use that here to squeeze in some form of a train station. Now, my only issue is then what happens as it goes through. But we'll cross those boundaries when we get to it, boys. Right, slightly terrain all of this to about there, I reckon. And then we'll come back and smooth it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the smoothing, boys. We will come back and sort that out. And then we're just going to get the train station set up. So I want it on the ground because I also want to implement cargo within it as well. So if I spin this right round. Now it does need to have a bypassing line. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get it close. And also to figure out where the train line is then going to run. Actually, it might be a good idea to do tracks first. So if I was to run tracks through here, at what point can I make the tracks go underground? Right, that's the question on everybody's lips. Right, let me come out of that and go back in because my angles are now all over the place. I don't know whether it's a good idea to be putting it on this one. Or whether I should put it through this one. I don't know. Right, let me just... this is testing, guys. I'm in testing mode now. This is what's going to make this so difficult. There's so many, you know, issues that could get caused. Now, slope too steep. So by the looks of it, I'm also sending it through this. Which I don't mind too much. Honestly, I don't mind because we can make it work. And then obviously that goes into our tunnel system on the way to Grafton. Right, that works, but now it allows me to visualize where the actual train station's going to be. So if I get rail and if I just bring it to here, because I want a little bit of space to work with the Chrissy Crossies and all that kind of jazz. And then building wise, so we'll have to kind of connect roads to it, but that's the good thing about this. I'm going to go quite big with this. Oh, high speed. So this is the annoying bit now is the actual platforms and stuff. Because I don't technically want it to do that. So we might have to kind of manually play around with this. So if I put you here. Now I know this is not going to fit in very well. But just give me a second. Right, track-wise. We're just running 4 tracks. Okay, the platforms, obviously we want to set a cargo either side. And then that's really it. Miscellaneous, we'll do the underpass as well just there. And then passenger buildings. I'll do 1 here. And we'll implement... Because you want to spread it out as much as you can. So sometimes it's also a good idea to do the platforms. Like this far down. Sounds dramatic. But it gives us a greater coverage into the city. So if I put you... If I put you there and then you there. And then maybe just do 1 quickly there and there. It's a lot of buildings, but when we build the road, it would all connect beautifully. Now, obviously, this train line is not going to line up correctly. So I'm going to delete it back to here. And then with the tracks, this runs into this one. You run into there. And then these are my little kind of connections coming in. Where just before they utilize the crossroads, the crisscross takes place here. But apparently there's too much of a slope. Oh, don't do this to me, game. There is no issues. What do you mean there's too much of a slope? That I've never seen something so beautifully, easily done. Where did that come from? Right, does that solve it? Will you be happy now? Game. I'll go a little bit longer on this one. Are you joking me right now? What do you mean? Right, I'm just going to have a breakdown here and cry. I've never seen something so easily built in all my life, but yeah, I can't do it. Right. I'm making the little connections here be a lot shorter. So I then have more space. Who would have thought that this would have been such a nightmare? I am going to cry. There we go. We got there in the end. All that just for that. Now, this is meant to be the easy bit, guys. Right, roads. And we're going to bring a road going down right now. So I know this is quite close and tasty and, you know, probably going to cause a few little issues here and there. Do you know what I'm going to have to do? Is, I know this is bad. But I'm deleting. It will grow back with vengeance. With vengeance, he says. Alright, how close can we get this? So get you to there. Alright, no tunnel. Another connection for the world's most glorious roundabout. This is definitely causing traffic issues. I don't care what anyone says. Connect you into there. And I'll try and do a crossover on the road. But you can see the coverage it now gives us. It's not a huge amount of coverage, but it gives us a lot more coverage to Brisbane than you think it would. Right, all that for that. That was a pain. But we got there in the end. Okay. So do the same thing here now. So we'll try and go quite short with these. So I can get like the crisscross for the road. Because it allows the city to kind of continually build. Right, there you go. There you go. Because I can maybe... That connects up, which is pretty cool. What's the difference in the heights? Is it really that big of a height difference? That works. I'm trying to create these little shortcut routes. Just seeing what's possible. Because I've really got to smoothen this mountain. I don't want to smoothen it too much. Because I like the idea of it being really big, bold, and brash, and all that kind of jazz. But there you go. Right, sweet, sweet, sweet. That was a pain. That was a pain more than it needed to be, guys. It really, really was. So there's the Brisbane train station now in. Now, for the Grafton one, I don't know whether to do, like, Grafton to Newcastle, like what I did over here. Hold on. Let me get all the way over here right now. And that was, I eventually linked them together with an airport. Now, if I do that, it does mean I can then throw an airport on the end routes. Which is not too bad. So, I might keep that idea open. For the sake of having not an end station, but a continual through station. Now, this is an end station, but it's not. It gives the ability to kind of continue over, which could work. But where's the train station going here is the next big one. I reckon we do it here. Because then it can elevate up and off. And I can still get my cargo in. So building wise. If I just turn this and put it here. And then edit. And then for cargo, we'll do cargo on this side. So we'll do a cargo platform just there. So we're extending the tracks by 1. There we go. Platforms. And normal platforms. We then need the miscellaneous. Now, it doesn't really matter if the stations don't connect to the whole of the city. Because that's what buses are for. That's what buses will be for. So that is all there. So we'll keep that like that. Let's just sort out the tracks. Now, this is going to eventually cut into the mountain and connect up and down. So if I have this where it naturally just goes on a slight bend like this to align for us beautifully. And then we do our crissy-crossy. No, see how that one was not a problem. There we go. There we go. Wow. And this is the easy bit, guys. This is the easy bit right now. Right, so Hervey Bay, pretty much the same again. We're going to run it just here. Now, it is going to clip the edge of this quite a bit, so I don't know whether to scrap this road and we'll build it around here. So we need to flattening tool. And then we'll smoothen it out. And hopefully we can get away with this. So rotate this. And you would kind of want it as central as you can. So it would be nice to get it on that road as an entrance. Just there. It's in the heart of the industrial area, which is pretty cool. But we got to keep our eyes peeled on that one. Right. There's a bit too much, maybe. So maybe put the cargo platform there. And then platform-wise... Oh, no, wrong one. You got to do it both sides because you want to be able to utilize both sides if the platform's busy. So that will do us just fine. I'm just going to make sure that we can kind of pass through there. So it's eventually going to end up over here as well. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. This should be fairly easy. This should be really easy. I shouldn't really have any issues with this. So I like the idea of it popping out very shortly. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And then bring this in. And I'll do the crisscross in the tunnel. Just because it kind of gives us like a visual glitch. Well, that sorts that out. We're now connected via the 3 towns, which is perfect. But like I said, this is the easy bit. This is the easy bit. So, how are we getting this connected up to here? Now, this could go into a... I don't think this is going to quite go into a tunnel. No. And it is a slight... Is it a hill? Okay, it can go into a tunnel. But I don't quite know how this is going to play out. So if I went into there... Went into there. Now, the issue with this is not set up to be what I need it to be. Because we don't have a bypassing route. You know what I'm saying? So I might need to re-evaluate how we're doing this train station here. So if I just quickly... I'm going to have to delete all this. Right. And then we have to configure this. And we'll have to delete this platform here. I'm going to delete you. Delete you. Oh no, why did I delete that one? I didn't need to delete that one. I can put a cargo platform just there where it kind of creates the end stop for the high-speed train line. Just so I can then align the tracks perfectly. But the issue it gives us is the connecting of the train line then going out. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to play. Right, by the looks of it then, we should have done this one first. Right, it's way too close to this. Way too close. So what I'm going to have to do is delete this. And then we'll have to rejig something ourselves. Now, it would be kind of cool if I can get it to... Oh, I don't know how it's going to work there. Let me... And where it is going to create a tunnel is not worth anything for us. So I'm going to have to do it like this, unfortunately. And that goes up and over with a nice bridge. Right, that's pretty cool. It does slightly destroy the city a little bit, but Rockhampton is going to be on steroids once we get this all up and running. It really is. So in terms of what we can do for the roads, is I could connect something like that over. It doesn't really do anything because in terms of a connection. Oh, hold on. Could this be a bridge? Yes. Perfect. Bridge over the train track, and then the train track bridges over the road. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Right, this is going to be fun then. Trying to get this situated where you want it. It creates a huge cliff edge because of what's going on there. And we're going to bring this all the way around and up. It's kind of cool. You can get it to like run with the road almost. All right, bring that to there. Pull this slightly out. Run you in. A lot of terraforming is going to be needed here. Smooth. Which apparently can't be done. Do you know, I also kind of like... It's weird. It's a visual kind of issue, but I kind of like how it also... It's like a supporting wall if you can kind of paint it with like stone or something. Right, that gets to there. Oh, I don't like the bridge it created though. It's a slow bridge. You want those speeds changed, boys. You want those speeds changed. And how far do we get with this? So this goes all the way around to there. That is now 4 cities connected. Oh my goodness me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Glorious. And that was the easy bit. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting right now. Now, I know we do have this town over here of Toowoomba. Might just connect that up via buses or something. I don't know. Right, McKay, how are we doing you? So, I now have the ability to maybe switch it where we're doing a coastal train line going all the way through. But I'm just not 100% sure on how that is going to play out, how it's going to work. Coastal train line. I've got another coastal train line running down for another coastal train line where it then cuts in. So these 3 towns might be coastal train lines. Issue is, and it's a big issue, how am I going to do this? Because you kind of need to terraform quite a big chunk of this out. We'll smoothen it as well. To get the coastal line. We have to smoothen it quite a bit, don't we? Oh, this is going to be so difficult. I like the idea of it being a coastal train line, which would mean that the length is going to be so small. So I could have it like, for example, here. We do it like that. Let me just fine-tune the turn a little bit. We have to bring... Oh, can I bring that right in? Yes. Right, such a small train station. Now, this will be the test run for the other coastal lines. Now, platform-wise, we are going to have to stick some cargo somewhere. So, is it just worth maybe doing... I mean, you also need the capacity as well. Cargo's done like that. You need the capacity to have as many people on the platform as you can. Right, that is asking for trouble, isn't it? That's asking for trouble. So how am I going to run this on a coastal route? So if I can get the train to first connect to this. So we use this as an anchor point. Use you as an anchor point to bend this in. That's a bit crazy. Oh, I like that. I like the suspensionist, but I feel like it's a bit over the top for this area. Either that. That's not too bad, but I'm going to go with this one. I'll change the bridges up. We'll have some like really unique ones. Oh, how am I doing this bit as well? So there's now a collision. Oh, there we go. No. So how did that get placed in, but then this one can't? Weirdly, that can go there for you to connect in. So that was then okay. You're here. I'm now praying that this works. Oh, how have I done that? I don't know. I'm not going to question it. And then this is going to be fun. So from here to there, I mean, it's gonna really clip into that. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. I like the idea of it. I mean, I could just bulk out more of this. I like the cliff drive, but then they're going to be overlooking. Right, hold on. There's got to be some, because this is going downhill dramatically all the time. There's got to be something here to where I can slightly eat into a mountain. Obviously not with that height. So the bridge pillars are the issue. Just bear with me a second. This looks ridiculous, but I'm all here for it. I'm just going to make sure that it's not going too up the hill. It's counteracting what I'm trying to accomplish. Because what I'm trying to attempt here is run this to about here. And then having this bend this way. That works gloriously. It's just that we've got a collision, which, as annoying as it is, we have to try and figure out how we're solving this. Sometimes you just got to delete it back and then full send it. That works. That works. We got there in the end, boys. Right, so then this if I delete to here, because I now need the space for it to wiggle out. That goes and connects to there. Oh, I think we've actually got our next city connected via a coastal run. Who'd have thought, boys? Who'd have thought? I like how it splits as well, because I can also utilize that to go this way if I'm connecting the commuter line up for cargo and stuff. Because obviously we get to bring stuff in from other areas. So it just makes natural sense, right? It just makes a little bit of natural sense. Right, that runs through here, which I really do like. Wraps around, merges in, and then off it skedaddles again. So, Townsville City needs to be on the coastal side of it again as well. I like the idea of it. Really enjoying this. So I'm going to bulk this out to there. Well, smoothie. And buildings try and replicate the same. Now, the issue I've got now is I'm going to have to kind of push it back slightly. So if I went to here, I'll bring the road into it. Hold on, did I do the road connection over here? I did, didn't I? Yeah, it actually connects up to a large selection of Mackay there, which is pretty good. Configure platforms. Cargo's going to have to be done there, unfortunately. And here. And then platform-wise. And then miscellaneous. Bam. So, tracks then. We've now got to bring this one over to here. So, obviously that's going to pass over, run through here. I think we're going to be all right again. I'm going to... I mean, what I would like to do is put you there to then bend this slightly like that. Again, use these as the anchor points to go from there in. So bridge pillar expansion is an issue. And it still is going to be an issue. So I think the idea is the dip being created is a problem. Up and over, Pepsi Cola. Oh, let's not go down this road again. Let's not go down this road again, boys. It's weird how you have to do it like that. But if it works, it works. That works. Now this is a big ask here. Okay, what's the height? The height difference is not really an issue. I'm just trying to see where this is more likely to run. I don't think you're going to get it amazingly. So that continues down to here. That is keeping with the fashion of the same bridge. And then we've got issues. We've got big issues. In a sense that the height is not there. Almost for the bridge. But then these should then snap in. See, no, the height's not there. I mean, it makes me question, how did I get it that far in the first place? See, that's what you need. You need it to make contact with the ground. I'm also really nervous with how the rest of this is going to go. That works to there. It always confuses me how you can like not build it in one long stretch, but build it in segments, and it's fine. But let's not question it. Let's not question the transport gods. Like, you have to do it like this as well. It's so weird. Right, let's not question the transport gods. Crisscross on this small bridge. And that's another city connected, boys. Oh my goodness me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is going on right now? But this is where it gets to be a bit of an issue. This is where it gets to be a bit of an issue right now. Is it Khans you pronounce that? Khans? Right. Okay. So, it would be nice to run this up there. Oh, I can maybe use these 2 points here as the bridge going over. Through the gap of some sorts. The town is situated itself over here. And then wrap it round and then in. Oh, this is going to be so difficult, but it will look so good if I can do it. So, bulk all this out. For a hot min. Quick smooth. And if I can use... You know, do I use that as a point? No. But I used it as an entry, though. Alright, there we go. Smack bang there. So quickly edit this. Now, which side do I do the... I'm going to do the cargo on this side. There we go. So give me enough space there to kind of lift up and over. I mean, how do it? Bam, 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 or bam, bam, bam through that as a mountain, maybe. Let me just see what type of connection you can do here. Is it possible to lift it up this high so quick? Yes. Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Right, I'm all... This is amazing. This is amazing. Right, this is the issue now. Crisscross up the hill. Right, too much of a slope. I've got to change this right now because this is getting a little bit out of hand. Right, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I don't know how, but I did it. Right. Okay, so... That's the snap. Oh my god. Could you imagine this being real? It would be so funny, wouldn't it? Alright, there we go. I'm just going to now connect you to there. Wow! What a connection, boys. What a connection. I didn't connect this road up, by the way, either. Right, sort all that out. That's connected to there, which are all good. Again, buses will be our friend. And then that's the difficult part done, I assume, right? I assume. You should never make assumptions, boy. You should never make assumptions. Flatten. Just a little bit there, just so I can smooth this. And then we're going to create an end route into here. Clip by this somehow. And then a connection right down into there. Oh my goodness me. This is redonkulous. Redonkulous. Right. Spin. Double. Make it quite long. So do it like this. I can put buildings either side of it. So passenger buildings. Like that. Cargo platforms real quick. Tracks. And slope is too much. I don't mind destroying it. Because it will grow back. Right, just trying to get the connections to it so it feels like the city. Is, you know, all part of it. And run this way. That will do, I think. Now, this is the interesting one. Because we're a little bit out of the way for a decent connection. But that will still do what I need it to do. But the layouts of the road are a bit all over the place as well. So I might just pull it on this one. Like that. And let the city then do what it needs to do this way. So I'm going to run that over to there. And then leave that like that. So, just going to quickly add in cargo platforms, which I'll do here and here. Oh, this doesn't have a bypassing route. There we go. And underpass bit. Right, sweet. Okay, I have all the stations. I'm just going to now officially connect them via a train line. So you don't need a bypassing route because we're not bypassing anything. There we go. Bam, bam. Right. That's done. My final connection is now needed. Let's not get too excited. Let's keep it straightforward. Slight little bend. Right, where does this pop up? Or where is it going to pop up from? So clearly we got to eat it into the mountain. I don't know if it's a good idea to run it down this. but it might be a tad bit difficult. That's so unrealistic. Let's not do that. I'd rather ship it into this. So if I ran, for example, you here. Now, I know this is asking a lot. That's asking way too much. So I just kept it simple to begin with. It's the older style bridge as well. I don't mind, because they're going to be slowing down here anyway. And then run this. Like that. I mean, you can't see it, so it don't exist. Okay? If you can't see it, it don't exist. And then run you. There to there. Now, granted, I've got to do a lot of smoothing, a lot of terraining, because we've extended over vast amounts of landscape, and I've got to do all the signals as well. Let's not forget about all of the signals. There is a lot I've got to get done. So I'll save the terraforming to a later date. Let's just get all these signals now set up. So you're there, because it's just a short run. I haven't really got to do much about it. There and there and... Oh, no crisscross? So there's no crisscross here. Alright, there we go. I'll do one more just here. And then we're in straight into this. And then we'll do a set here. And then... Oh, crisscross is over there. Crisscross is just here. There. Bam. Do a set just here. Pretty close anyway, but just covering our backs. Alright, we'll do a set just here. Set just there. In. And then bam, just there after the crisscross. Just there. I did this before all of... No, it doesn't really matter that. I'm going to put it there. And then there. I'll do it. Set in the middle. Guys, I think we're done. I think we're done. Holy moly. Is that not ridiculous? So, new line. Bam. 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 Going all the way up. This is our longest commuter line to date. It's going to need quite a few trains. To then go back. Now, make it bright pink. So... There was an issue there, so it gets to... Hold on. Has it messed up? I don't know how. I think I've messed it up. I think it's been messed up somehow. How have I done that? Right. There. 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 I think I might have messed it up somewhere down the road. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Right. Just making sure it's on the correct side. So Hervey Bay. There we go. Rockhampton Central. There we go. McKay sidings, sidings. There we go. Upper Towns. There we go. Cairns, Carns, whatever you want to call it. Done. Rocky Point. And then Bamagat, you can use both platforms. Grafton, both platforms. Oh my goodness me, we have done it. We have actually done it. I'm going to need to sort out the building for the trains, which I'm going to quickly drop just here. There we go. Buy the trains, which they are the electric multi-unit, the ones that carry 198, which are these. And I'm going to buy 6. I'm going to buy 6. It's a lot of money. Which is line 1. I got to rename it. But the sheer length of it, it's going to need 6 to have a regular amount of trains ticking by. Holy smokes. Now, we won't really truly understand the full effect of this until a few episodes down the road. So how well this is now doing. I might try and change this train slightly by turning it round. No, it's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. Let's keep it as it is. Keep it as it is, Sadiq. Keep it as it is. Which now means our high-speed train line, the depot here in Rockhampton, has now access to all of these cities on this side of Australia. Meaning this side of Australia has access to the high-speed train line, which has access to all the different high-speed train line hubs, which then have access to all the different cities. I only have 2 cities in the whole of Australia not connected to any public transport line. Toowoomba, and all the way over here, Laverton. Apart from those 2, whatever city you're in, you can go to any other city via public transport. Is that not crazy? I think it is. I think it is. Holy moly. Now, it's going to take a long time for these trains to be ultimately spaced out. It's going to take a long time. Because they've got such a long journey to ultimately make. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what they're going to be getting up to, how this city is going to grow and expand. Then they've got to figure out all the cargo behind it as well. That's going to be another headache. That truly is going to be another headache your boy's going to have to sort out. But I love it. It's all part of it, boys. It's all part of it. So the goal right now is to try and get this line making some sort of a profit. Now, to do that, we need to make sure that each of the cities have a bus route that bring everybody to them. We then need to start bringing the goods to these cities, so they'll then start growing. Some of them are really hindered with how they are going to grow, like Cards over here. Hasn't really got much to work with. So we might need to give it like a little bit of a helping hand. Maybe. Maybe. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, this is the last train coming out, so I want to make sure it does get out. Yeah. And all the other trains are now going to be heading on the way back. And once you start implementing cargo trains in here, that will then start delaying some of these trains, and that ultimately is what will truly space it all out. Now, these lines, these high-speed train lines, finances, they're just not going to make it. I've had the whole of this episode on pause, so I don't think we've even passed a whole and like another year in the game. We have not. We have not. So nothing's changed. There's no point checking my incomes because nothing has ultimately changed. But has this train line made any cash yet? No. No, Sadiak, shut up. But that's the first train right now heading back, or heading now to complete the first loop of the line. Right. Interesting. Interesting. So ultimately, we'll just have to see how we get on. We'll have to see what we kind of get up to. There's a lot of people waiting at this platform right now. There's a few over here as well. So it is slowly starting to build up. The first train would always be the busiest before it then settles down. A lot of people waiting over here as well, which is quite exciting. So we're going to make some money on our first route, but not enough to probably make a profit. But moving all those people will eventually bring them to Rockhampton and then get on the high-speed train lines. Guys, we'll end it here. It's the biggest expansion I have ever done in the game so far. It is crazy. But it's also very, very exciting. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.